Going on, everybody? It is a Monday morning. It's Falcons Daily. I am CG, your host, Craig Green, and wish we could be talking about a victory Monday for the Falcons, but unfortunately, they took the L yesterday in Atlanta to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers by the score of 23-20. The thing everybody will remember, of course, is Younghoe Koo missing the 44-yarder with about 2 seconds left on the clock. That kick would have put the Falcons into overtime, but he missed that one. He was 2 of 3 on the game and 2 of 2 with his extra points. But, again, it was a kind of a heartbreaking loss. Crazy game, of course, another game decided by one score. And let's look at the stats real quick for those of you who didn't see the game. We'll look at what the Falcons did here. Michael Penix, 27 of 42, 298 yards through the air, a touchdown. That touchdown pass went to Bijan Robinson. He also had 6 carries for 21 yards and a rushing touchdown. That was the go-ahead score in the fourth quarter that put the Falcons up by a score of 20-17. Bijan Robinson, in terms of receiving, 6 catches for 100 yards and the touchdown on 7 targets. Kyle Pitts had a pretty good game as well, 7 for 59. Drake London left late in the ball game with an apparent injury, 8 for 55 on 15 targets. Ray McCloud had 3 for 51. Casey Washington, 3 catches for 33 yards. Again, Darnell Mooney did not play yesterday. He was listed as questionable going into the ball game, practiced all week long, but was ruled inactive at 11:30 on Sunday morning. Outside of that, the Falcons didn't turn the ball over. The rushing attack wasn't left a lot to be desired for the Falcons. Defensively, they had 2 guys with 6 tackles. That was AJ Terrell. Yeah, he did have. He had 6 tackles. Billy Bowman had 6 tackles as well. Jesse Bates 6 tackles. Divine Diablo 6 tackles. So some of these guys were moving around a little bit here. Pretty good effort by everybody there. Just wasn't good enough for the Falcons. And again, Younghoe Koo, 2 of 3 on the day. His long was 41. He missed from 44. 2 of 2 on his extra points. So he converted 8 of the Falcons' 20 points on the day. Also for the Falcons, Bradley Pinion had a long of 59 on his 2 of 3. He had 3 punts. 2 of the 3 went inside the 20. A 59-yarder was his longest of all the punts. And we also, in terms of kickoff returns, not a whole lot to sneeze at there. Longs of 29 and 25 by Jamal Agnew and Natron Brooks. Brooks took over late in the game for Jamal Agnew, who left with a groin injury. So, looking, the good and the bad for the Falcons on this game. I mean, I would say Penix was definitely the part of the good. He had a nice ball game. Again, 298 yards passing. Who had a passer rating in the 90s, right around 60% of his completions or so. And again, 2 touchdowns. Had the go-ahead touchdown in the fourth quarter. Hard to ask more of him in that moment. Again, he put the Falcons in the position to win. And I thought he had a pretty darn good game today. Bijan Robinson in the passing game was pretty nice. I mean, he had the 1 for 50 yards and a touchdown, but outside of that, he had 5 for 50. So he still had 10 yards a catch even after the 50-yard touchdown reception. Kyle Pitts, I think, was part of the good. Defensively, I mean, hey, Divine Diablo, to me, had a pretty darn good debut for the Falcons. Deflected a pass, had a half a sack, 6 tackles. I thought he did a really nice job for the Falcons today, or yesterday, excuse me. And who else did a pretty good job for the Falcons? We'll give it to Jesse Bates too. I thought Jesse Bates played pretty good in coverage. He had He had one of the nice hits there to was on the sideline there during the Bucks' final drive before the touchdown was given up, of course. But I thought he had a pretty good game as well. Billy Bowman, got his first career sack, or half a sack, that is. So we'll give him a gold star as well. 6 tackles, a half a sack for Bowman. So I thought he had a pretty good game. Drake London, of course, showed up. It was tough sledding for him, of course, with 15 targets, 8 catches. Casey Washington also, I mean, having to play in a pinch. He hasn't really got much action over the last year or so, and he's in there because Mooney wasn't playing and also because Agnew went down. So, Casey Washington, nice job today as well. The bad for the Falcons, penalties. I would say penalties were definitely one of the bad things that they had happen to them. Way too many procedural penalties for me. Elijah Wilkerson had two false starts. Also, I mean, just penalties were just backbreaking. I mean, you had, Ruka Rororo commits roughing the passer and puts the Bucks inside the 30-yard line. Very next play is that touchdown to Igbuka that put them in front and gave them the game-winning touchdown. I don't know. I mean, Aruk is played, has improved and he's worked hard, but that was about as boneheaded as it comes in the wrong moment. I mean, they were at the 40-yard line. The roughing the passer puts him at the 15. It was bad enough they converted fourth down the play before that. This is this play it's a throwaway. We chase him out of the pocket and he throws the ball away, and then Rook continues through, touches him, then falls on him. I mean, come on, man. At least slow down. I mean, I know it's kind of hard to control your body now, but you got to be better. You have to be better. I mean, for everybody who wants to put it on Koo, I'm sorry, you got to look at that play too. But that was some of the bad, I think, from the game, the good and the bad. Again, it all added up to the Falcons, losing 23-20. Again, a crazy game, a game where we had multiple chances. And we showed some flashes and things like that. But again, I think we just weren't consistent enough in all facets of the game, offense, defense, and special teams. And, we kind of brushed on it a little bit, talking about Koo and him missing the kicks and whatnot. But Younghoe Koo, again, do you think he cost the Falcons the game? I know a lot of folks have seen it on social media and even from some pundits trying to pin the blame on him, I guess, in a way. But for me, it's, I don't think he cost the Falcons the game whatsoever. I mean, he scored 8 of the 20 points on the field for the team. I'm sorry, that's not, I would say he helped keep the Falcons in the game with some of his kicks. Now, yes, it was a clutch kick that he missed, and we're used to him making clutch kicks, and I get it, and 100% agree that he needs to make that kick. It's 44 yards. Yes, with the money you're being paid in that moment, you need to make that kick. Agreed, but I don't think it's something that's a harbinger of things to come. I don't think he needs to be released. I don't think he needs to be demoted. Maybe a stern talking to or something, But again, Raheem was even saying himself, I'll have to go back and kind of look at the procedure, see how all that went. Was it on Koo? Was there anything in the operation that caused him to push it wide? I mean, heck, from what I saw, there was pressure coming off of Koo's right side trying to block the kick, and he ended up kind of pulling it some. So I don't know if that played a factor or not, but that's something that I noticed just in live speed watching the game yesterday. But when it comes to Koo and his clutch abilities and things like that, he's been one of the clutch kickers in football, one of the biggest clutch kickers. I mean, ESPN Research had some numbers on it too. Before that, when he made 5 of his past 5 attempts over the last 2 seasons on a game time or go ahead field goals within the last 2 minutes or overtime. So that was the most without a miss. Him and Tyler Bass were tied for that. In his career, though, I mean, he's picked up the pace over his career, but early in his career, he really struggled in that. Torrey McElhaney of AtlantaFalcons.com had pointed out that Koo overall is 11 of 16 in his career on attempts within the final minute of the game that can either tie the game or put the Falcons ahead. That's, again, 11 of 16 in his career, but before that, he had made, so basically he went 7 of 7 in those situations before he missed today. So I give Koo a little bit of grace when it comes to that. And again, when it comes to kicking the ball, we shouldn't be relying on the kicker in the first place, whether it's Nick Luckhurst or Younghoe Koo or Matt Bryant or Jason Elam or Ali Haji Sheik. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't be relying on the kicker to save our bacon every week, and the offense has to do a better job. I'm sorry. I understand that you're not going to score touchdowns on every drive, but, think about that when you trot the kicker out there on 4th down. What could the offense have done better? Ask Elijah Wilkerson what he could have done better with 2 false starts, that end up kind of costing you. That's the things I'm talking about there. I mean, Koo's extra point to make the game 20-17, for all intents and purposes, should have been the last point scored in the game. Nobody would be talking about Koo had the Falcons not given up a touchdown on the very next drive, again, because of the boneheaded roughing the passer penalty by Ruka Rororo. So, you know, it's easy to blame Koo and it's easy to talk about that because that's the last thing you remember. But again, the man went 2 for 3. I could see if he was 1 for 3 or anything like that. He was perfect on the day before that kick. And then, yeah, so people can say, oh, that cost the Falcons the game. That's nonsense. He had a part in the Falcons not winning the game. Yes, agreed, 100%. But again, this is a team sport, and if you're relying on the kicker to save your bacon every damn time, then your team really isn't that good in the first place. Raheem Morris chimed in as well on Younghoe Koo after the game, and he said to the reporters, based on his opinion on Koo and what happened with the missed kick, it goes into preparation, the offseason, watching them train and watching them do what they have to do. We have a lot of confidence in what he's done for us in the past, but you got to make those changes and those corrections, and that was him addressing whether there would be a change at kicker, competition brought in, anything like that. I mean, do you bring Lenny Krieg back? Because remember, he's still on the roster right now. But do you bring Lenny Krieg back in and see if he can challenge Koo? I just don't know about that. I mean, remember, Krieg was well off in the preseason himself during training camp. I mean, Koo flat out beat him out for the job. Don't know why he missed. We'll have to go back and see what Raheem says about the operation. But again, the one thing we always remember is that he missed the kick. But who are you going to get out there right now? Who's out there that you would like to bring in to take his place? You know what I mean? Do you call Riley Patterson? But I don't think you could. He's on the Dolphins now. So you've got there's that. What about? I mean, just looking at overthecap.com right now, and it's not always up to date. But I mean, there's some kickers here listed that apparently are out there. I mean, what about Matt Prater? I mean, Matt Prater's 41 years old. Do you bring him in? Greg Zuerlein, Dustin Hopkins. Who are you going to call, right, in these situations? But I think Koo, again, deserves a little bit of grace. Yeah, I mean, we should be disappointed that he missed the kick. Absolutely. Does he need to be replaced? I don't think so. Right now, looking at the Falcons on both sides of the line, I kind of talked about the pass rush having to make Baker Mayfield uncomfortable. And they made him a little uncomfortable, but they weren't able to get home. And I think that's one of the other reasons why the Falcons didn't win the game. We had one sack on the day. We had Leonard Floyd, Arnold Ebiketie, James Pierce, Jalen Walker out there. The Bucks shuffled their offensive line around to the point where their center was playing left tackle, for crying out loud. We got one damn sack in the entire game, and that was split between two of the newest Falcons, not Pierce or Walker or Floyd, but Billy Bowman and Divine Diablo. They split the sack, one sack. The rushing attack for the Falcons, not very good at all, when it comes to the collection of rushers. The Falcons on the day had 28 carries for a grand total of 69 yards. So that's not going to get it done, not whatsoever. So the Falcons have to do much better when it comes to that department. Again, not able to get home on pass rushes. I mean, Caden Ellis had Baker Mayfield dead to rights at one point, overshot the play. I saw another one where Mayfield escaped. I believe it was the same play actually. Pierce actually brought him down on that one. But another time where we overran the play, Mayfield skips right up the middle, runs for a first down. And these are the things I talked about a day or two ago, saying that could not happen, and the Falcons let it happen. So the pass rush is still a work in progress. As you can see, the rushing attack right now is a work in progress. Just really everything is a work in progress. And now we got to see what things look like with Drake London, because remember, he went out of the game late in the ball game and didn't return. And, what's the status of Darnell Mooney? Is Mooney going to come back, or is he not going to come back? Do we call DJ Shark again? How do all these things play out? But right now, all this adds up to the Falcons being 0-1. And unfortunately, they're going to have to go to Minnesota looking to get their face back against the upstart Minnesota Vikings. All right, y'all, sound off in the comments and let me know what you think about what you thought about yesterday's game. Improvements you would do if you were the general manager. You know, we're all armchair quarterbacks and GMs the day after the game. So, you know, hindsight being 2020, what would you say, do, whatever? I mean, I know a lot of folks are mad at Koo, but again, look at the entire team. I mean, he's trying to do his 111th. Did everybody else do their 111th? Who knows? But again, tell me what you think about yesterday's ball game. Let me know what you think we need to do to beat the Vikings, what changes need to be made in the immediate time, or things that we may need to look over at some point. Again, I appreciate all of y'all chiming in and letting us know how passionate you are. So we'll be back again on Tuesday with more Falcons Daily. Until then, I'm Craig Green, CG, saying sayonara and buenos noches.